All right, terrifics. This is Brian. I'm here at CES 2020. Now we're gonna get to check something out that people are waiting online to see. They do not get to just wander in. We're in the Mercedes booth and we're gonna check out their new Avatar, all right? I don't think you understand how cool this is. This car was designed not only by Mercedes, but with input from James Cameron, the guy who directed the movie Avatar, hence the name Avatar. Now, Mercedes calls it AVTR, Avatar. This is one of the biggest movies of all time. It's a visionary movie. The car itself is insane. It doesn't have a steering wheel, all right? It has, let's see, it is an autonomous car, doesn't have a steering wheel. I gotta check my notes. That's how undercover this thing is. I've actually gotta go to my notes to make sure I get it right. 469 horsepower, 110 kilowatt hour electric motor, range of roughly 435 miles. All right, so this is exciting stuff. It's also top secret. Well, maybe not top secret, but we wanted to cut the line, and because we're BeTerrific, we flexed our muscles. All right, here we go, into the darkened room. Hopefully the camera will pick this up. Holy cow, this thing is awesome. Oh man, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing. This car is amazing looking. I'm speechless. We're gonna let the pictures speak for themselves for a second. This thing is, let's see, like I said, it doesn't have a steering wheel. So apparently James Cameron and Mercedes had this idea that the center console would recognize the human driver's heartbeat, all right, and breathe. Oh my God. So man and machine literally merge into a fully intuitive experience. I'm not even sure what that means, all right? That's sort of like some weird futuristic stuff, but apparently it works because they drove this thing down the strip and nobody died. So apparently it works. That's pretty cool. The idea is it's a biometric connection with the driver. Again, we're dealing with some serious science fiction level stuff here. So the AVTR, it's hypothetically powered by battery technology using graphene, all right? So graphene, which was discovered in 2004, is the strongest material in the world, but it's also super thin, capable of stretching like rubber, so that's pretty exciting. I mean, look, honestly, guys, I can rattle off stats left and right for this concept car, but I'm gonna be honest, this thing's beautiful. It is gorgeous. I don't know if the picture's conveying quite how cool it looks, but from my point of view, this looks like something straight out of the movie. I mean, look, they call it the Avatar, and you could say it's all marketing hype that it is, you know, just tied into the movie, but the movie was gorgeous. This car is gorgeous. It's not so much of a stretch, you know? It looks like something that I've never seen anything like it. You know, we just lost the designer Sid Mead. I don't know if you guys know who Sid Mead was. Sid Mead was a futuristic designer. He worked on the movie Blade Runner. He's worked on all sorts of things. Designed technology, designed all sorts of vehicles, designed all sorts of robotics. Really great visionary. This looks like something he might have come up with. And that's saying a lot. That's the highest praise I can give it. Transparent door shells. The idea is it's an interior made from recycled materials, vegan leather, which is already used in other luxury cars, but they would have that in here. Car would also drive not only forward and backward, but sideways and diagonally. And this is coming from Mercedes. This is Mercedes' idea. Mercedes has gone all out for their display of this. They've got music, they've got lights, they've got clouds, smoke, they've got this sort of digital environment that we're standing in with things projected on all the walls. It's very cool. It's obviously designed to elicit a certain mood that suits the car. Yeah, I think anyone who's followed BeTerrific over the years knows that whenever I'm put on the air, things get geeky really fast. I'm a giant nerd. I'm a science fiction nerd. I'm a toy nerd. I kind of want to take this thing and just leave with it. I'm pretty sure I'd get beaten into the dirt if I tried, so I'm obviously not going to, but this thing is cool. Oh, man. I wish we had a guide. I wish we had someone who could tell us a little more about what we're seeing. But if you look right now, there are no controls. It's just a center console that's projected. onto this interior unit. I don't even know how that would work, but apparently it does, or could. I gotta ask Carmen something. Carmen, did they drive this down the strip?
They drove it down the strip last night, obviously to make sure all the lights are nice, and it went in the background and there was nobody in it.
But it was legit driving. I mean, it wasn't just being towed or something.
No. It was driving. There is definitely, and I still don't understand where it's like. Is it remote or anything like that? I'm not sure, but it was driving down the strip, all lit up at night.
This thing is awesome. I mean, I'm going to keep babbling because we're going to keep showing this to you until they kick us out, basically. But it's, you know, these tires are all illuminated with these sort of bioluminescent-looking flower petals. There's neon everywhere. It's kind of like something out of Tron, I guess. If Tron and Avatar had a baby, and that baby was a car, this is what you'd have. I don't know exactly how that worked, but, you know, there were some freaky things going on in Avatar. We're all just wowed. You know, there are all these people in here with us gazing at this thing, and they're all equally stunned. It's sort of amazing. Nobody quite knows what to say. The thing is gorgeous. But of course, look, these are the cars. We never get to actually see them on the road. That's the unfortunate part. You go to an exhibit like this and you get to see concept cars, and you get to see all these sort of cool ideas and all these cool designs, but for some reason we never get them. We get the same sort of sneaker-shaped cars over and over again, which is a bit of a bummer, you know? Bad enough we don't have flying cars by now, but we don't even have something like this. But maybe one day this will be the norm. Okay, look, guys, this thing is awesome. You can see me, I'm grinning like an idiot because I love seeing future tech that brings the stuff that I dreamed about as a kid come to life. So we're gonna move on. So this is cool. So it's basically the cockpit of the car. To sort of give you a sense of what the experience would be like driving in it, and I suppose flying through the Avatar environment. If we swing around here, you can see this big screen, kind of like Avatar, but kind of not. Somewhere in there is the Navi or something, firing giant arrows at each other. Very cool, very cool. Mercedes has really gone all out to bring a great experience to CES. Wonderful booth, wonderful display. It's very cool. What you can see is they're using their hands to create control panels, it looks like, that would control the car. So you don't have your traditional center panel, center console. You don't have your traditional controls, but instead it's all about morphing together man and machine. It's really an amazing concept, and in some ways I can imagine it being a very safe way to control the vehicle. You're very aware, obviously, of your own body and where you are in space and where you are in regards to the controls of the car, as opposed to having to reach for different controls, reach for different things, take your eyes off the road. A very sort of intuitive, haptic sort of way of interfacing with the car. That would be really cool. Obviously, the technology isn't there yet, but it would sure be a lot of fun to drive. But honestly, guys, Terrifics, I gotta tell you, this has been one of the highlights for me at CES. Just seeing this, seeing the design that went into it, seeing the cleverness, the creativity, the artistry, the sheer aesthetic purity of this car has been so much fun. Super, super cool. It's a great piece of tech, and hopefully one day in my lifetime we'll see something like this on the road. Maybe I'm not going to hold my breath, but that would be really, really great. So look, here we are. Terrifics. It's 6 p.m. Looks like CES is going to be shutting down for the night, so maybe this is an appropriate place to call it for the evening. Look, I'm Brian Stillman. We're here at CES 2020. We're in the Mercedes-Benz booth. Booth doesn't begin to cover it. We're seeing some amazing stuff today. We've seen things from all different areas of industry, all different technologies. It's all part of CES. It's all part of the show that is the Consumer Electronics Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're with BeTerrific. We're going to be bringing you more coverage tomorrow for the final day of CES 2020. I'm Brian Stillman. On behalf of the crew back home, and everyone else involved, we'll be back. BeTerrific.